This episode is sponsored by Scotch Porter. Y'all niggas really need to start taking better care of yourselves. Out here looking dingy and dusty, wondering why y'all look 50 when y'all really 30. Looking like a zombie from The Walking Dead. If you head to scotchporter.com right now and use the code SI10, you get 10% off all products for your skin, hair, and beard. So maybe your beard would finally connect. Head to scotchporter.com right now and use the code SI10.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Sophisticated Ignorance. I am Nieema Simone.
And I'm Steven. It feels like we haven't been in here forever.
Because we haven't.
It's only been 3 weeks.
That's a long time.
Last break was like 2 months.
Right.
Yeah.
So I take that back.
Yeah. Then again, it's been kind of hectic with the whole holiday season or whatever.
Yo,
So.
I hate the holiday season. Like, I absolutely hate it. I've never worked so hard in my life. I had to work 5 days a week. I don't know how other people do that.
You say that like not every other person does
But
work 5
I don't know
days.
how y'all do that. I was fucking exhausted. And then because I work at least 10 hours a day, that's 50 hours in a week. Like, I can't. Like, I'm not built for 2 jobs. I
thought about that,
can't.
and then I'm thinking in my head, I don't even like my one job enough to be doing 2 jobs.
I was over it. By the time Thanksgiving came, I was like, yeah, contemplating selling drugs.
Just turns out like a crime altogether.
A totally different life. Because I couldn't do them. I was like, I quit. I quit life.
Mm-hmm.
I quit everything. I was sad.
Depressed during the holidays?
Yeah. I barely slept on Christmas.
I don't even know what I did for Christmas. I think I was home for all the holidays. Like I wasn't trying to hear no family gossip. I wasn't trying to hear nobody question my life choices. Like I was good and I was good. I just stayed home, sent everybody a text, and called it a holiday.
I enjoyed myself. I was with my grandfather. It's been a while since we all spent a holiday together. So we spent Christmas with him and that was fun. Mm-hmm. So I was happy. Yeah. But yeah, Happy New Year, everybody. Yes. I know we said it on our page, but you actually get to hear us say it now. Yeah, Happy New Year.
It's the first show of the new year.
I know. First of many.
Yes.
First of many. We got a lot of great things coming to y'all. So we're excited about that.
Yeah. So I guess we'll just jump right into it.
Yeah.
We don't really have a topic for this week. We just want to the way I came about it was like I'll be on random like Instagram pages and they'll have like random questions and then like a baller alert or like a fucking shade room. They'll post like a question or whatever and then you'll see like 3,000 comments of people responding to that one question. I was like, yo, we should probably just tackle all the ignorant shit that, is being said online and then people be having the most irrational fucking outlooks on it.
My favorite part is just reading the comments because people say the craziest shit and then they argue and then they argue with each other. And it's like y'all really wasting your time arguing with somebody you don't even know.
I look at my friends crazy when I see them comment on them pages.
I do too sometimes.
I'm like, yo, first of all, you didn't at nobody, so who you talking to?
Who you talking to?
That's one. Then 2, if you did at somebody, now y'all beefing. Like you got beef with somebody you never met. You got beef with a fucking blank icon.
Right, because those pages be private or they be fake people.
I don't know.
Anyway, let's hop into this. Let's get into this.
Yeah, so I guess we'll start with the first one is, do you stay with your mate after you catch them cheating?
Women are going to say, well, it depends. Like,
I don't even think women would be honest enough to even say that.
They do. Read the fucking comments. A lot of them, they low-key answer their own questions.
Well, that's because, for whatever reason, people like to be way more honest
vocal
online as opposed to in person. Like, you was to ask that same person you was to ask that person the same question in person. It'd be
something
a different
totally
response.
different. I can't catch them cheating. I can't do it because it's a level of trust that's gone.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't have time for that. I like to be ignorant. Ignorance is bliss for me.
This is true.
I don't want to know nothing.
Yeah.
If you're cheating, I don't want to find out. I'm not saying it's right, but I mean at the same time, if you catch him cheating, what you gonna do? You gonna leave him, or you gonna bitch about it for a whole bunch of days and still stay? If you not gonna leave, then shut the fuck up.
Option 2.
Yeah, shut the fuck up. Yeah. You know, like that's just it.
I know I couldn't do it because I like to fucking overanalyze things. I mean, I say it, but then in the back of my head, I'm always gonna be thinking like, okay, what pushed you to that point, and what's gonna say that you ain't gonna do it again?
Right.
Even if it was a quote unquote mistake. Like, I can't trust you after that.
I have a lot of mistakes on purpose by accident.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. I definitely couldn't stay with somebody knowing they cheated.
Would you cheat, Steven?
No.
Why not?
Never been pushed to that position. Anytime I felt like, yo, this shit ain't working out, I just dip. Like, I'm mad, hot, and cold.
That's an Aquarius thing. Yeah, it's no gray area.
There's no gray area. It's either I fuck with you heavy or I don't fuck with you.
Right.
So I'll give you, like, hints. Like, look, you got some shit you got to fix. If you don't fix it,
I'm about to leave.
Chuck the deuce.
Fade to black.
Word. Not even a fade to black. It'll just vanish immediately. Poof. Like some Harry Potter shit.
What? How old is too old to date a drug dealer?
I don't know. Wait.
Do they even exist? No, I had to skip to that part because it was just funny. Like, how old is too old to date a drug? These were like legit questions they put up there.
Yeah.
And people were answering them.
I didn't check any of the comments because I know I was going to see some fuckery. And then I would just, like, I already have low expectations about humanity in general. If I read those questions, it'd be out the window.
Oh, my goodness.
But, yeah, I put that up because it's
people aren't even drug dealers no more. They're what? Scammers?
Yeah, but they still try to carry that mystique of, like, the biggest, baddest person you ever going to meet.
Mm-mm.
They try to. I didn't say they succeed.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying, I feel like now you have to be selling, like, keys to even be solidified as a fucking drug dealer.
But even so, let's take drug dealer out the equation.
Right.
Just a person that
/ gangster too. So I guess like a gang member, like you.
Because there's like, there's dudes out there that be like really like 35, 40 plus years old, like really walking around here like they own the block. Like, fam, you're like one bad knee away from collecting Social Security. Like,
I like when they use the they swap letter outs and put the B. And they be like, Belfie. I'm going to take his Belfie. My coworker was
that's like the episode from fucking Insecure that I kept texting you about when they had the party.
The air conditioner. What he called the air conditioner?
Because they was playing music and he was like, yo, I'm about to banek.
Yes! I'm about to banek my speaker.
That shit was hilarious. But yeah, it is. I guess you could take the whole drug dealer and gangster thing, or like somebody that chooses a life of crime or whatever. Like, what age is it like, okay, you really got to stop? Because there's people that's like in their mid to late 20s, early 30s that still mess with those type of dudes. And it's like, we've seen numerous examples of that shit not ending up well. Like, they really think they dating Jay-Z. No, you're not. You're not dating Jay-Z. He's not going to turn his life around and become a fucking billionaire.
Never.
No.
Stop it, sis. It's never. He's never going to flip that money.
So then what is the cutoff time? Like, is it a mature thing? Is there like an actual number?
I feel like that shit you do when you in college because you think it's cute. So I'm going to say after like 22, you got to stop. Like,
I don't know, yo. I don't know if they're gonna stop, because I still see.
I went through a phase when that was the only kind of guys that I dated. I think a lot of girls did back then. I mean, now you have different ways of making money illegally, so you don't have to sell drugs. Niggas just swipe of the fox.
Yeah, but then it's still like, that's a level of heat that's gonna be on him forever. So if he go down, you go down.
Well, ignorance is bliss, ladies. Don't ask no questions.
You're going to be dumb tight when the police come in and take away all your bags.
That's crazy.
That's hilarious.
Just buy it back at the police auction.
Jesus Christ.
Buy it back, sis. If you really want to just buy it back.
Let it go.
I'm giving them options.
You never paid for it in the first place and then you got to buy it back.
You bitches is dumb. I'm sorry. I mean to call y'all bitches. And I don't think y'all dumb.
I do.
No. See? Well, there's that. I'm looking at some of these questions. And I'm like, because some of them I can relate to.
It was. And I just picked these questions randomly. I had no thought process in mind.
But it's crazy.
I just picked them thinking, all right, which one is going to give us the craziest response or the
Within the last 2
answer?
years, I can actually relate to some of these.
You might need to look in the mirror.
Things. This is crazy. Well, I mean, I'm not in those situations no more. I'm saying like past two. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Good job.
I'm not going to say which ones though.
I could probably figure it out. I'll let y'all know later.
Kiss my ass.
No thanks.
Does tattooing your partner? Shut up, Steven. Does tattooing your partner's name or face solidify the relationship. I was told you shouldn't do that because it'll jinx it.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never heard that one.
My aunt, she was like, if you ever tattoo somebody's name on you, though, y'all probably end up breaking up. Now think about everybody who has.
Now that you mentioned that, before we got to the studio, I was on my phone and fucking Offset got Cardi B's name tattooed on his neck, and I already felt like that shit wasn't gonna work out.
What, he got Belcalis? Or he got Cardi?
I think he got Cardi. It's Offset. Like, I'm not paying attention to what he does. It was literally like half.
Recently?
Yeah,
they broke up.
I don't know, but he's been in the news a lot for all the cheating he's been doing.
Recently?
Yeah.
Or you talking about before when it was going around that he cheated back in October?
Oh, well, them videos keep surfacing, and allegedly, from what I've heard from another podcast, he's been trying to buy back some of the other footage that's also out there as well.
With him and other women?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess it depends. If it happened during the time he actually was cheating and they broke up, and they just got it and now they're releasing it, or if it like legit just happened. We'll never know.
Yeah, we'll never know.
That will.
But, I mean, now that you say that, that kind of jinxed the relationship, it's like, well, I didn't expect them to last anyway. I think that whole situation is fucking made up and fraudulent. So
weird.
There's that.
I just think it's weird.
Yeah. But definitely tattooing anybody's name doesn't validate shit.
Can you be friends with your ex?
You can. It depends on y'all level of maturity.
Should you be friends with your ex?
Should you?
Yes.
All depends on how y'all ended the relationship. If y'all came to a mutual agreement.
But still, should you be friends with your ex? I think if the only time people can legit be friends with their ex is if they really didn't love each other or they were never in love.
Well, then I guess I would have to agree. Because I'm still cool with some
It's
people.
too mixy. It's too mixy. You know what I'm saying? It then depends on
people I've dated.
It didn't depend. Being cool and being friends is something different. Being friends mean that you sitting there and you telling them shit. That your significant other might be like, can you not like discuss our business with your ex? People do that a lot. They don't know that fine line. You could be cool with an ex, but then, friends is different.
So then I guess. Yeah, I mean, I would still consider that a friend. I just, because you don't reveal all your information to your friends regardless. So I would still consider him a friend. I just, when it comes to my new relationship, it's none of your business. I wish you the best. Stay safe out here in these streets, but that's about it.
It's a dub.
I don't know.
Just
but
for me,
it's different though in terms of women dealing with men though, because dudes are, like I said, dudes are vultures vultures waiting. So he could genuinely be your friend and y'all cool, but he's just waiting for that next opportunity. Just to, the Henny's flowing right that night.
No.
The weather's nice.
Stop blaming Hennessy on y'all indiscretions and bad decisions.
Whoa.
Stop it.
Whoa. We will always have a scapegoat in this community.
That's our fucking problem now.
We're not going to get into that.
All right. I'm going to leave that for next time. I'm dragging everybody.
Good luck. Segue.
Is there a double standard when it comes to user protection for men and women?
Yes.
How?
Because I was reading one of them. They were saying how, with a lot of situations where a woman would blame either a dude for getting them pregnant or for getting the STD was that the dude didn't have any protection or whatever. But it's like, okay, you're both adults and y'all both are responsible. If he says he ain't got nothing, then you should at least have your own protection as well. Or just not engage in sex at all.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree with that. But how is it a double standard? Because women feel like they don't have to?
Yeah.
But men feel like they don't have to either. It's like, well, you should have been on the pill. Well, you should have used a condom. It's like that constant back and forth argument. So it's like, it's not really, I won't say it's a double standard. I will say people are just irresponsible.
I don't know. I've never heard any of my male friends ever put a woman in a position like, well, she wasn't on the pill, so nah.
It doesn't matter if you haven't heard it firsthand. This is a conversation that happens a lot. That's why I said it.
No, but I'm saying in general, I don't think dudes put that on women at all about them having protection.
They do.
That's insane.
They do. But I don't see anything wrong with it. You can't get mad at a man for not using a condom. One, you should have had your own. Two, why didn't you tell him to put one on?
That's why I put it on there, is because I feel as though they've always teach the male to always have protection.
Right.
They never teach women that they're supposed to have their own protection as well.
You're not a female, so you don't know that.
I wouldn't know.
Right.
I know mad women that I've dealt with or women that I've spoken to, and they don't buy condoms. Not even female condoms at all.
That's why I just said irresponsible on both behalves. Because if that's the case, if a guy's going to say to a woman, well, if a woman's going to say to a man, well, why didn't you use a condom? Why didn't you do this? And why didn't you do that? Mm-hmm. Why wouldn't a man make sure he had it on him anyway? Don't just niggas like to go in. Niggas like to fuck raw all the time. Yeah, I'm not. So I'm saying it's not a double standard. I feel like it's just people who being irresponsible. I don't think it's a double standard. Just being irresponsible. Cause my nigga, like, first of all, shorty, you now on a pill. You don't have your own condoms, and you didn't tell him to wear one. So if you get pregnant, you get an STD, that's as much as your fault as it is his fault, because you're responsible for your own life and your own well-being. Mm-hmm. And you, meathead, you should have made sure you put one on anyway. That way you won't get anything. You don't have to worry about her getting pregnant.
I haven't heard meathead in like...
Fucking meatheads. Feeling childish tonight.
Oh, man. You can keep going because you just went all over the place with this, so I don't even know which order.
I was just skipping around, looking at the funny ones. Okay. Does rejection make you want the person more? Does rejection make you want the person more?
I think with men it does.
Really?
Yeah, I think because men, it's all about the thrill of the chase. So it's like she says no the first time, but she ain't really mean that.
That's why
she don't know me yet. That's why she said no. She just doing that because she gonna say no to everybody.
And this is why we have so many sexual assault cases right now.
That's different.
No, it's not.
No, that's different. That's niggas taking it way too far. There's no. She said no for me going out to date to now I'm whipping my dick out. That's way too. It's
too different levels. It's different levels.
That's way.
Let me tell you. All right.
So if I ask a chick out and she says no, she has the right to claim that was sexual assault.
It depends on how we go. I said that's why we have it. Prime example: if I'm walking down the street, a guy saying, "Can I talk to you?" No, thank you. Nah, ma, why can I talk to you? Now you grabbing on me. You're harassing me. I feel like there's different levels.
Yeah, but that's still a different level as opposed to just initial rejection.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
You're right.
I'm just saying. That's it's levels to this.
But I did say it was levels though.
All right. But
as for a female, nah.
Yeah, because a lot of women do not take rejection well. That I've learned as well.
Have I ever been rejected before? I probably have.
I know.
But then the nigga ended up liking me anyway. And I was like, skirt. Too late. Should have caught me while I liked you.
You done?
Yeah, I'm not.
But before we continue, we'll take a little quick break so we could pay some bills and whatnot.
I might be back. To all of our day ones, loyal fans and listeners, here's a chance to really show your support. Head to patreon.com/sophisticatedignorance and earn rewards from us, ranging from a shout out on air to exclusive content or becoming a guest on the show. We appreciate all your support. All right, y'all. So we're gonna continue up with this episode. Do you stay with your man after he gets his side chick pregnant? All right. Okay. So now it's two questions. Do you stay with your man if he gets your side chick pregnant? Mm-hmm. And do you take your man back after a break baby? Okay.
Wait.
It's two separate questions there.
Oh, okay.
I'm put both of them together. That way, you know.
Okay, so the first one is cheating. The second one is while y'all separated.
Right.
And he has a kid with somebody else.
Right.
I mean,
what do you think the woman should do? Like, what's your stance on that?
If he cheated and had another kid?
Yeah. It's a dub, right?
I think it's a dub regardless.
Okay.
Because there's one thing to cheat or even during when y'all have a break to have sex with other people, but it's like, again, with the irresponsible thing, it's like you chose not to wear a condom. You chose to cheat and you chose not to wear a condom. Yeah, and then while y'all was on break, I mean, men and women look at breaks differently. So men is like, if whatever happens after it, happens. We may get back together. I'm not even really thinking about shorty, to be quite honest. Right. Women, they fucking still kind of in the, don't know how to feel stage. It's way too soon for me to start dating, things of that nature. If they do hang out, they hanging out with the girls. The fellas is like, yo, it's gonna be lit. We forget about Keisha. Keisha's stupid for letting you walk out. So I don't know. I think it's a dub regardless. Like it's crazy for I guess the general public to look at. All right, this person, not only did they cheat on you, or while you was on break they had sex with somebody else so quickly. It's like they didn't use a condom, and now they're about to have a whole nother human being be a part of their life. So you gotta not only accept them,
you gotta accept the baby.
You gotta accept the baby, and you gotta accept the child's mother.
That's a lot. It's a lot because baby mothers are, they spiteful.
They spicy.
They are, and I feel like if you get pregnant by a man within like a few months of him breaking up with his girl, and he got back together with the girl, y'all wasn't going to be together, why would you keep the baby? Why would you keep a baby by a man who won't want you? True. I've always tried to figure that out. Like, you're going to bring a whole new life into this world with a man who don't want to be with you. Mm-hmm. But you choose to have that complication in your life and that kind of drama and turmoil. I feel like
stress.
I feel like they like stress, and I feel like people, especially women, like to use babies to get a man or keep him. And that's never in the history of side bitches and baby mamas has that ever worked out for you. At least not genuinely. Y'all both probably together. Mm-hmm. Either both of y'all cheating or nobody happy. Or one is cheating and you happy. Like it's a big bowl of fuck shit.
Yeah, big bowl of fuckery.
I don't know. You know what?
But then at the same time, it's like that's a tough decision for you to like. All right, now you gotta go in the process of aborting a child, and you gotta do that shit alone.
Take it to the chop shop. Like, I don't know, sis. Cry your way out.
Wow.
Chop shop. Like, I don't fucking know what to tell you, sis.
Okay. I'm just letting it be known I do not support Nieema Simone's beliefs.
First of all, I'm pro-choice.
Oh, now you're pro-choice.
Pro-choice is chop shop. Like, take it to the chop shop. Like, you...
No. Chop shop and pro-choice are two different words.
When you're pro-choice, you go to the chop shop.
It's two different visuals where you tell somebody, well, I'm pro-choice. My nigga, I'm about that chop shop life. Like, that's two different viewpoints.
That's the swing.
Why?
Because it's funny. You made you laugh, though.
I'm not going to say a word.
Chop
if we
shop.
ever had the chance of getting a sponsor, that shit is definitely out the window.
Just make sure the sponsor's pro-choice.
Yo, I'm really
with a good sense of humor. Boom. Anyway.
Next.
Okay.
Nigga said chop shop.
I'm thinking about
fucking
cars.
I'm thinking about fucking shop class and a fucking saw and shit.
I mean.
Next question.
Okay. I tease Steven about this a lot when it comes to his taste in women.
Oh God.
Does hair texture determine your blackness? Someone said I don't understand the correlation of this question. Probably Bianca. Did you see that?
This is the bullshit that be on them pages.
Oh my goodness.
Cause I think that's a fucking. I think it's a subconscious thing that happens in our community.
I don't think it determines your blackness, but I think one is marketed more than the other. Like when you have Latino women with certain kind of texture hair, mm-hmm. or you have mixed women with certain kind of texture hair, it's more of a loose curl. You know what I'm saying? Or it's not necessarily kinky, or my ladies who are natural 4C type of hair. It'll be like 3C, 4A. Mm-hmm. So it's still kind of loose. It's pretty. You could wet your hair and walk outside and it curls up. That's what they promote a lot. And they don't promote, the kinkier hair that may be attached to, a darker skinned woman. Mm-hmm. If you're watching Love and Hip Hop, Miami, what's her name? Amara La Negra, the Dominican singer.
I've seen the stuff, but I don't watch.
She has a big kinky afro, mm-hmm. and she's darker skinned. And she was talking to a producer who was also, I guess he was Dominican. I'm not really sure his ethnicity or whatever.
Getting death threats.
And he was no, and he was like really going in on her, talking about like pro-black and like mm-hmm. you're a queen, like making doing like the Black Power fist, doing stuff like that. So I feel like when it comes to hair texture and blackness, it's touchy, especially for women because, but it is. But you're not a man. You know what I'm saying? So you don't necessarily know. You know, like for her in particular, she's Dominican. So stereotypically, a Dominican woman should have looser curls, but her hair is darker. So automatically, it's like, oh, well, you know, black power. You know, little dumb shit like that. When your hair is looser, it's like, oh my god, your hair's so pretty. So, especially when they did the whole Shea Moisture ad. They tried to show one woman versus the other woman. It's like we're not necessarily going to represent, you know, dark-skinned black women because they're too black. But we're going to give you the other one because it's a little bit easier and softer on the eyes. It's easier to accept that kind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I just think because it's more of like a subconscious thing in our community, like what you've been saying, like how they identify certain people or just even the texture itself. Because I even remember a long time. My grandmother, she's probably like in her 90s now. I remember a while ago, I was at the house and she started like touching my hair and then she was like, oh, you got that good hair. Like, I know you got something in your blood or whatever that would determine that. And it's like, that's irrelevant. Like, regardless of what's in your genetic makeup, like, I identify as one person, but that shouldn't, you know, switch things up because of the texture of my hair. That means, oh, I have to have, you know, different blood in me, or I may be mixed in some sort of way. Like, regardless of regardless of like your outward appearance, like that's who you are. And I think subconsciously with texture, when it comes to hair, is like you automatically, based off of texture, people like to identify with just one particular group. So that's the only reason why I put it on there, because I feel like it's a subconscious thing, because it's not really spoken about that much unless it becomes like fucking popular news, like in the, you know, the Shea Moisture thing that happened last year,
which was kind of fucked up.
Yeah, and that's the only time we really identify it. For the most part, we don't say shit about
it. I guess socially.
Yeah.
On the internet, when I say socially, guys, because you have to separate that, because I don't know about everybody else's circle of friends, but I have talks about this almost every fucking day. So I don't know what everybody else is talking about, but you know, when things is hot and it's trending, everybody has an opinion. I identify as a black woman in general all the time, so I have this discussion all the time, every day, because I get asked a lot, what are you? Some lady literally was like, well, what are you? You look very pretty. Your features, you look like you're Trinidadian. And I'm just like, you know, Trinidadians are kind of black too. So what are you trying to say, man? What are you trying to say, man? She's like, you know, your features and like your skin tone, and you know, your edges of your hair. Bitch, my stocking cap is on just a little tighter today, so my wig won't slip back.
And that shit really only happens in our community.
Yeah.
Whether it's just blacks versus blacks or Caribbean blacks that are originally from the Caribbean, shit like that. It only happens in our community.
So this is not even on the list. How do you feel about black Caribbean people having this, I guess, they look down on black American people?
They're fucking idiots. They're all idiots. Because we go through the same shit that y'all go through. Just because we're in America doesn't mean we're fucking privileged. Now, we may have somewhat of a better life in terms of not being raised in like a third world country, but we still have our own. At the end of the day, if you're not of fair skin, you dealing with some shit. So it doesn't matter what fucking island you originally come from, or if you come from a borough, like you still dealing with some shit. So, but I definitely know, as somebody that was born here and a majority of my family being raised from the Caribbean, they definitely look upon. I was insulted all the time by my parents. Like, yo, you had it easy. Like, you don't know how it was to fucking grow up in back home in Haiti. And it's like, okay, I understand that you overcame some shit, but it's like, okay, now I'm dealing with shit that I gotta overcome. Right. And you can't relate to that the same way I can't relate to what you dealt with. But they definitely have like this arrogance with themselves, like they're better because they come from a different country and they had to deal with different struggles. I think we talked about this in one episode. Like, people would take like being what's the word I'm looking for? Like being from a not disenfranchised, like coming from certain disadvantages, and because they overcame it, they feel like they're better than everybody else that didn't have to deal with it.
They get an extra badge. They get an extra badge on them.
Yeah, I don't know where they get that shit from, because it's like at the end of the day, we all struggling, regardless of what your struggle is. We all struggling, so it really don't matter.
Well, we gonna go struggle right now. Pay another motherfucking bill.
Yup.
All right, y'all. We be right back. Gotham Boutique, owned by sisters Nieema Simone and Tiara Monet, is your go-to for all of your beauty needs, offering services in eyelash extensions, microblading, skincare, permanent makeup, and one-on-one classes, and of course, makeovers. Use promo code GBSI to receive 15% off your service. All right, so back to Black Caribbean people. I was having this debate about, what's it, $1 van, $3 van?
It's a $2 van now. I refuse to step in.
Whatever they are. So I work downtown Brooklyn, and they drive past a lot. Mm-hmm. So someone was like, Nieema, if you just need to go, I guess it was like Barclay over there in that area real quick, just get in the little $2 van. I was like, no, I'm either going to walk, catch the train, or I'm going to catch your Uber. They said, why? I said, I don't feel safe. And they got offended. I'm like, one, how do you even get a fucking accessoride bus?
That's a new thing.
And then two, I'm afraid because y'all drive down the street fucking crazy.
This is facts.
Y'all don't abide by any fucking safety laws when it comes to driving. And then facts. It's dark in there sometimes. And it's men. I don't feel comfortable with getting in that. Okay. So she kind of got offended, and she was like, well, you got to understand that, you know, they're making their own way, you know, just like, you know, the Jewish people. They have their own community, so it's kind of the same thing that they're trying to do. They're making their own way to make their own money and help their own people get to where they need to go. And if Black American people were more, I guess, determined to actually make themselves better and make their community better, they will come up with ways like how Black Caribbean people have.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
And I was like, I get it.
You can make the correlation, like you're doing stuff for your own community, but at the same time, the Jews kind of respect the laws that's out there when it comes to whatever they're doing.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm not, because I remember the last time I knew it was a dub for fucking taking the dollar van. We was on Utica Ave. All I heard was the walkie-talkie go off.
What?
If anybody's taking a dollar van in Brooklyn, it only goes one way. There's no left turns. There's no right turns.
Yeah, it goes up.
It goes
and then
up,
down,
north or south. That's
okay.
it. All I heard was the walkie-talkie go off. Fan did the mean right turn with no hesitation. Didn't tell a soul to anybody. Went all the way in the 50s. Was like, yo, we're gonna chill here for a little bit. Why?
No.
I want to go home. Why? Then I guess what? Yeah, I guess he got a message from one of the other drivers that police was on. That's another thing. A lot of them dudes don't be having licenses.
What?
So I guess he got a message.
Yeah, but look down on me because I don't want to get in fucking.
Yeah, so I guess
accessoride van.
One of the other drivers had told him that police was in the area, so he swerved to get off the street. Then when shit was clear, then he went back. But it's like, yo, I don't got time for shit like that. I really don't. And if it wasn't too long ago,
I just picture everything happening.
like a year and a half ago, one of them caught a body. Like they hit somebody in front of Kings Plaza Mall. They hit this couple.
No way.
And I think the wife survived and the husband died, and he just hit and run, peeled off. I don't think he probably went back to this fucking country and kept it moving.
Well,
yeah, it's like I ain't got time for that. I do not.
Random.
Uber. Well, I can't fuck with Uber. Juno everywhere.
I'll fuck with Uber. Judge me.
Juno is cheaper.
That's fine. Juno comes from Brooklyn and Manhattan? Does it go all over? Because I know one of them that only runs in the city. I never know which one is which.
Juno runs everywhere.
And he's cheaper?
Yep.
Than Uber?
Yeah.
How much
I think
cheaper?
Uber from my job to my house in Bed-Stuy is like $30, and they was charging me like $22.
That's not a big difference.
When you take it a lot, it adds up.
That is true. I don't even look at how much I spend in fucking Uber.
Got you fucked up out here.
I'm going to try Juno one day.
Yeah.
And I've been so loyal to Uber.
And if you care, they give a bigger percentage to the driver. So there's that. And I believe that Juno's actually the one that was black owned. Because remember, Uber had that little scandal or whatever. Yeah. And people were looking for alternative solutions. I think Juno was the one that was black owned. And I think they got bought out by somebody. Because I think they were called something else.
As per usual.
Yeah. But
that's another thing. I don't want to say black people sell out, but once we get to a certain level of success from the business,
the bag is there.
I don't know. But that's why other people are able to maintain their wealth a little bit longer. How many people you know outside of the black community always hop to sell a fucking company to somebody or just take a bag and run?
This is true. But if anybody want to give us the bag, we will run. I am sprinting.
Oh my fucking gosh.
I am sprinting. Title, holla.
I'm just looking at her right now, getting a headache. What else? Oh, I was having this conversation. I didn't tell everybody here. My cousin showed up at my job the other day upset. I'm having surgery soon. And I was talking to another woman. It's a weight loss surgery. I was talking to another woman about it. And she kind of gave me like a little stink face, like an attitude. For whatever reason, people like to look at, weight loss surgery as the easy way out. But some people actually have health issues, like myself. So that's like the only other alternative that can work in a faster amount of time than just going to the gym. So I was at the doctor's office and I was getting a checkup, and I overheard this woman saying, "Oh, she don't even need the surgery. She can just do," but I didn't hear what she said I could do. It like faded off in the background.
That's because when you was just blinded with rage and wanted to punch her in her throat?
No, like I wasn't even bothered by it. Like I hear it so much. I just don't understand why people feel the need to put their opinions on someone else's life without knowing the facts.
Well, that's the day and age that we live in. And I think we discussed this before. It's like because of social media, now people are just vocal about fucking everything. Even if it don't concern them or affect them, like now everybody has an opinion. And now they're even vocalizing it in public. And it's like, bro, I really don't give two shits about what you got to say right now. But I'm surprised people are still have that negative outlook on it. Because I think we've changed as a people. Like I remember before, it was like we looked at people that was getting surgery as crazy and, doing too much and putting themselves under the knives. And then you had that wave of, like, mad chicks getting this shit done so they could work in bars and wear scandalous outfits or whatever. And then it's like now I see more women doing it as more of a health weight loss thing as opposed to anything else. So I was like, I don't know.
Because you can't get it unless you have a legit health problem. And what people don't know that. You can't walk in and be like, hey, I want to get my stomach cut in half.
You just said chop shop like 5 times. That chop shop could do anything.
Well, it depends on what kind of insurance you have, sis. I don't know what kind of insurance you got. So be careful when you do walk into the chop shop.
I don't know.
Pay cash.
This is why
make it better service.
This is why you should have a 9-to-5 so you can actually get insurance.
People still can't afford insurance with a 9-to-5.
Well, at least hopefully your company covers some of it.
Nah, that shit will come out your check. It's no alternative. Craigslist.
Oh God. Let the bodies roll.
But yeah, I just don't understand why when it comes, I feel like if I was going to DR to get my body done, people would be a lot more supportive. I feel like people are more supportive of that than they are of the actual bariatric surgery.
That's crazy.
They are.
I don't know.
Because when I said it, my client was like, oh my God. No, I'm not getting a tummy tuck, bitch. Like, then I tell her what's getting done.
Because they think,
okay.
They think you gonna, once you get your shit done, like you're going to be out here thirst trapping like a motherfucker.
No.
You paused a little bit before you said no.
Because I was looking at Andy.
Fucking
Andy.
Liar. She already got all her angles. That's why you bought that ring light the other day.
First of all, I had a ring light for a year. I bought a tripod. I bought the little stand thingy to put the camera on and take pictures.
So now you don't got to move the camera. You just move your assets. I see you, sis.
Listen, my back still hurt.
We need to get these plays up anyway. By all means. I ain't mad at you.
Oh, my fucking God.
What's your Cash App name again?
I don't know. You're picking on me now.
What are you talking about? I'm trying to put coins in your pocket.
Andy, help.
I'm just saying, yo.
I
mean, I don't know. Yeah, I guess once you get I guess they look at it as like, all right, you doing this for getting more attention somewhat, social media wise, switching up your career. Like, I don't know why some people, cheer on the chicks that get their body done for more of a professional reason.
Quote unquote.
Yeah, but I don't know. It is what it is. I don't look at it crazy. Before, I would say, like, yo, anybody that would tell me about it, like, look, you probably want to go the healthier route. And that was years ago. That's when, like, a lot of chicks was getting shit done and they was fucking dying.
Yeah.
So it was like, nah, you probably want to go a healthier route. It's going to take longer or whatever. But now I know a few females that have done it for, you know, health reasons or just to improve their self-esteem. It's like, I'm not going to knock you for it. It's your money. Fuck, I look like telling you what to do with your money. Just if you start posting on the gram that you selling flat tummy tea, I might have to block you.
I heard that shit don't work.
It doesn't.
Y'all should get ballerina tea.
I hope people realize.
Y'all should get ballerina tea.
I hope people realize like all the trends that come and go away. Like the flat tummy tea was hot for 1 second, that went away.
They're trying to bring it back out though. I saw all the IG models struggling with that tea.
The charcoal face mask and charcoal thing for cleaning your teeth, that went away. Like I really hope. What was the other one before that? That light shit that you put in your mouth teeth? For the teeth. I was like, I hope people realize like all this shit is like just overnight shit.
A lot of niggas walking around with sensitive teeth now, fucking with that UV light. Just go to the dentist, man.
Man can't drink room temperature water cause
got a little tingle sensation in the front tooth.
Fools.
Shit a little shaky right now.
Fools.
Niggas getting migraines and shit.
I always tell people, before you do anything, do your fucking research. Just do your research.
Some lady told me if you see it on Facebook, it means it's real. Jesus so there's that. So there's that.
Advise and disclaimer to that lady. Anybody could post on Facebook about anything. And she's in her 50s, if I'm not mistaken. And she said that. She would be the one to say that. I immediately turned around. Like, bitch, what? What did you just say? Oh, okay. I thought you was a teenager. You're just dumb. She's definitely one of them women that end up on Help Me Howard. And you be like, how did you Vixon, even get him? And you be like, how did you even get into this situation? Like, it never made sense from the first jump. No. And you try to feel bad, and it was like, oh, you're just a dumb hoe. Fucking meathead. She's meathead. Oh man, be safe though, beloved. All right, so we're gonna wrap this up. Yeah. It's good to be back. I was planning on talking mad shit. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just relax. I'm gonna be nice. You wanna relax? The first episode back. Yeah, I'm gonna relax. We gotta chill a little bit. Yeah. Next week though, y'all niggas better get all y'all Facebook ads and whatever popping now, cause next week it's over. Oh goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. None of y'all niggas is getting plays anymore. Stop. Listen. I'm being nice about this. I want everybody to eat. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just can't eat at my table. Because a lot of people not even in this to eat. A lot of people just taking up space because it's trendy. Like I've seen a lot of fucking shows pop up within the last year and a half or so, and y'all all in the way, to be quite honest. Talk your shit, Steven. I'm here for it. Because I give anybody a fair shot, but it's like, okay, what are you in this for? Like, are you here? Popularity, is this a hobby? Yeah, something else to do. Like, that's cool and all, but make sure your shit is popping. Like, don't have me tune into your shit and your shit is dry and I cut it off after 2 minutes. No. Yo. That's happened? Yeah. Oh, yeah, I remember you told me about it. Okay, I can't say their name. Yeah, I'll be listening to other people's shit and they'll be like, yo, this is fucking horrible. Like, fire the engineer, fire the staff, fire the host, fire the co-host, fire the guest, fire the furniture. Like, just let everything ablaze. Like, this shit is over with. Oh, my goodness. Like, you said the furniture, though? Just burn it all. Like, the shit never existed. Like, I remember, we always say that. Like, the first time we even started, we had that other show that was called Sophisticated Ignorance, and they was, like, only 4 episodes in. They still 4 episodes in right now? Fuck yes, and they gonna stay there. They gonna stay there. I wish them niggas would try to get the band back together. This ain't no fucking NSYNC reunion. Y'all niggas is dead. Well, I thought Eminem, what was his group when they had that song? Why did you throw your mic, Steven? You talking about D12? There we go. That popped in my head when they had that song, My Band, when you said you can't get the band back together. That was the only song they had, and everybody just listened to Eminem's verse. So there's that. But this is Sophisticated Ignorance. I'm Nieema Simone. What the fuck was that?
I don't know.
Why you put a high pitch in Simone? Jesus. I'm Steven. You can catch us on SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google Play, just anywhere they can listen to your podcast. We got mad shit planned up. We got a lot of guests. We're going to have other podcasters, probably bring back people we had on the show last year. Just dope shit overall. And just, just keep being fucking lit, because that's what we do.
And keep sending in those emails.
Yes.
I like talking to y'all.
Emails, comments, DMs.
Everything.
Yeah.
We want to talk to you. I want to be your friend, guys. I want your friends.
That's Nieema Simone.
To give my friends.
Oh, God.
We could be friends.
Somebody cut off all the mics. Even mine. Just cut off my mic.
All right, bye, y'all.
We are out here. Fuck y'all talking about. Sophisticated ignorance. Are y'all fucking crazy?
That's a fact. Talk
Are y'all
that shit.
Yo, y'all get me tight. Like, I be out here trying to be humble. Let's not get fucking crazy. Sophisticated ignorance. All right?